as long as you believe in the work and do the work.
But first of all, I don't want to be your poster child.
Solidarity is critical to getting this done. Allies are important.
Show me that I provide value to the business.
Is just one more way that some have tried to diminish, dismiss, and disavow the reality of systemic racism.
Be with us in crisis as well as celebration, but be consistent about it. So Janet, this is a question that I get a lot. And it's really based on our book as well that we're trying to answer because it's such a common question. Mm-hmm. But if it is better to withhold commentary as an organization when a social justice issue arises, what would be the best way to address the pressure of coming out with a statement?
Well, one good way to do that is to have sort of a standard and consistent response, being clear and consistent about what you do and do not as a company step into. And that is where, of course, our depth model is really valuable because it gives you a way to ask a few questions about the issue at hand. So you can ask yourself, if we step into this, can we say something that is deliberate? Do we have a clear goal about why we're stepping in on this? Is it educated? Do we know all we need to know about this? Is our statement purposeful? Does it align with our mission and vision? Is our statement tailored? Is this an issue that we can move the needle on in a unique way? And is it habitual? Is it something that we've talked about before or that we ever intend to talk about again? Now, if the answer is no on most of the questions, you just don't make a statement. And if you're about even on yes and no, then maybe you think about what you can do on this particular issue to get more on the yes side. And if there are more yeses to those answers than there are no's, then it's probably a good statement to make. But the value of it is that the framework gives you an objective way to evaluate the issue and how you should respond to it. And that gives you a consistent way to respond to any pressure you might be getting around not doing anything or not saying anything. You just have a way to very consistently say, this is what we talk about, this is what we don't talk about, and this is why.
And a lot of people can really respect when they understand the thought process and that there has been thought put into this with a co-collaborative, diverse team with perspectives. So we're not writing anything and putting things together and making these kinds of decisions without the people that would be directly impacted by our saying or not saying.
Right, because those are the people who are going to help you answer those questions. And if you have a diverse set of inputs, it's pretty easy to figure out how you stand on those things. And my point too, that if you really feel like either the pressure is great that you need to respond to something, or the people involved really feel like they should, but they're not sure what to do about it, using that model allows you to get to yes. You can get to yes, but it's going to mean that you have to do something. So if you haven't been tailored about it, if you haven't been habitual about it, and for example, then it gives you the opportunity to say, well, we're going to say yes on this. We want to step out on this. So what it does is it directs behavior. So that means that if you're going to be habitual, and if you haven't talked about it before, but part of habitual says you're going to talk about it again, then choosing to step out on a given issue commits you to being involved in that issue. So it's a really great model for that reason, because it doesn't just help you deal with the issue at hand. It helps you set a path and a roadmap for what it is you really care and believe about as an organization.